Good afternoon. I'd like to say um, welcome, relatives, and it's good to be out here, sending prayers up for a lot of people. A lot of grieving going on right now. That doesn't seem to change. It does never seem to change. I came out today and I prayed for people. I prayed for this COVID and for the end of it to come soon. And then I start thinking of some of the challenges that we're faced with while I'm praying and in the world, and there's a lot of energy right now that's just kind of shifting, and I've been out of sorts. I mean, myself over the last maybe week, I've been I haven't been myself energy wise. It's like I'm usually operating with high energy, and I can feel the difference right now. It's like it's just plateaued off or something, like something's missing. And I believe it's this. I believe that I needed to be back out in the woods and back out my element and get away from society for a little while and be able to come out here and be alone with the trees and nature, the animals, and enjoy it. It's you can look around. It's beautiful back here, all through here. Goes all the way back into a cedar swamp. There's a lot of habitat out here. A lot of places for people. There's paths out here and trails and places for people to walk and spend time together with the people that they love and care about. A lot of beauty to be seen. Um, so, one of the things I was thinking about is challenges that we're all facing, you know, in the world right now, and there's so many people divided on different things. You got elections coming up, and people are divided. You got Black Lives Matter on one end, and people saying White Lives Matter on the other, and I like to stand in the middle and say, we're all one race, the human race, and we all follow. We all live on one great Mother Earth. Free your mind. Get out of the ego. Get out of the pride. You know, get that anger out of your heart because you can't think clearly when you got that anger in there. You know, um, and that's what'll trip us up every time. Is ego, pride, anger. Nothing will get accomplished in the world if our message is going to come through anger. Every one of us has an influence to some people around us. So you're either going to be a good influence or you're going to be a bad influence. And when people look up to you, they really pay attention to what you say and what you do. And therefore, you have a huge responsibility to the people that are listening, to the people that are watching. Um, one of the things I prayed for today was strength and pity. You know, to be able to stay out of ego, uh, to always remember and remind myself to stay out of ego, um, to always check my thoughts, what's here and what comes out of here, you know, because what's here and what comes out of here has to match what I believe. And if they don't match with what I believe, then I need to check myself. That's like a daily checklist almost. You can check yourself that way and find out, if something's broken and something's not working. And only we can fix it. We have good people in place that can point things out to us and indicate to us when they feel that there's something wrong. But ego will prevent us from looking at that. Ego can prevent us from owning it or admitting it. But when it comes to people, when it comes to people of color, um, we all have color. Uh, we all come from a history. We all have past. We all, um, whether it's through culture or whether it's through individual pasts, we all come from a past. You know, and our Native American culture. You know, you have the Hmong culture. You have the African culture. You have the European culture. You have the Asian culture. Um, the Hispanic culture. Um, you know, I don't want to disclude anybody, but there's a lot of different cultures out there um, that make up this world. And The only thing that divides us is our minds. Uh, hatred. Hatred divides us. You know, there are people out there that are going to hate until the day they die, you know, and I just pray and ask the Creator to have pity on them, because they obviously think that their life here is finished when they're done, or they'd be really careful about how they are while they're here, you know, and how they are with the people around them, you know. And that's a warning for all of us, you know, whether you want to acknowledge God or not, or the Creator, or Buddha, or whatever you call him. Tankashla, Wonka Tonka, Sungwe Diso, Gichimani Du, whatever, whatever you acknowledge your Creator to be, you know. Um, think about how you are right now and the responsibility of the world around you. Because even if you don't want to acknowledge, if there's people out there that don't want to acknowledge the Creator, um, there's really nothing you can do for them. They're a lost cause until they decide they want to. You know, it takes something of a higher being than ourselves to be able to come out of ourselves. And we have to be able to turn these things over to something or someone, you know. And you know, I like to tell people, and I've recently was telling people, you know, my analogy that from the time you take your first breath into this world, your direction is to the Creator. Whether you want to acknowledge Him, like I said, whether you want to believe in Him or not, you can bet. And I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what truth is, you know, what my truth is. Um, whether you acknowledge Him or not, no matter what path you're on or what path you follow to the Creator or God, um, from the time that you're born and take your first breath, your path is headed in that direction. I don't care which way you think you're heading, it's headed in that direction. When you take your last breath, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Uh, I like to tell I don't know if you heard it just a little while ago, but there was a lot of crows out here, and they just sounded like a big horde of them sitting up in the trees. There was a bunch of them, and they were all going nuts. They just flew off. But it's kind of neat to hear that and be around that. Um, School's going to be starting up here soon for the students. A lot of uncertainties for a lot of people. My prayers are going to be out there for your kids, for your families. Um, I'm going to be out there working with the school district that I work with and the students. And my message really is going to be oneness. And and that's what I wish for the world, is to think oneness. You know, stop dividing. Um, when we think divided, we create division. You know, then we fall into lines with government thinking, with government and world thinking. You know, be the difference. You know, if you want to be the difference and you want change, the change has to start with you. Starts with us. Somebody thinks that they don't make a difference. I'm only one person. Yeah, you may be only one person, but you may be only one person. Hold on a second. I had a spider crawling on my leg and he just got smashed, so I got to put a little tobacco down for him. So I want to say, y'all know how I feel about spiders, but they're still a part of creation. And what I was telling people, you know, is that picture of the Creator being a fisherman, and he's got all these fishing lines out, and each one of us are on the end of one of those lines, and he's just steadily reeling it in, steadily reeling it in. We're free to pick up things and experience things along the way, and then at the end of that long journey, when we get to the end, we finally come in, and we're facing the Creator. You know, we have a report to turn in. We have to explain to the Creator what we did with our time while we were here. what was expected of us and what we accomplished and what we did. And um, so I guess nobody can judge you, and nobody can point fingers at you, and nobody can tell you uh, what you're doing is right or wrong. Only you have to figure that out for yourself. And I'm nobody to judge you or put you down. You know, I like to tell people, God didn't put you here to be anybody else's truth. He put you here to find your own. And hopefully through the course of finding your own, you'll help other people find theirs. Um, and that's the best you can hope for. You know, your message should be peace and love, forgiveness, understanding, and tolerance. Um, your voice should be gentle and kind. Your body language and your actions should represent a light, love and light. And those are the things that you want to put out to the world. You know, you want those things back, you got to put them out. And if you can put that out in just your daily life, in just your daily life around you, it's going to affect the people around you, and they're going to put the same thing out. And imagine how much brightness you're going to be putting out. And it starts with us as individuals. You know, if you think you don't make a difference, think again. Um, the way you think, the things you say, and what you do has an effect on everyone around you, especially children. Children are watching. Children are paying attention, and they're our future long after we're gone. They're the future of this planet long after we're gone. And let's not make it all about us today. Let's make it about them. Let's make it about tomorrow. Let's make it about what it's going to be like when we're long after we're gone. What do we leave behind for the world, during our journey here? What is our legacy, and what do we leave? Um, your voice will live forever. Make it a powerful one. Just say, bless you and your families, and I send prayers to all of those who are grieving and struggling. Know that I love you in my heart, and I send you love and light out to you and your family. There's something walking behind me, but I send love and light out to you and your families and all that you care about. Be one with each other and be one with nature. Be one with the world and the universe, and everything will be one with you. Dokasha.